Hi everyone, this is Ashley from Right By Me, and today we're going to be making some ephemera. And I have an idea in my head and I'm not entirely sure how it's going to turn out. So we're going to figure it out together, so please bear with me. I am going to be using this piece of pearlescent border wallpaper. And I really hate to say it, but it is considered vintage now. Breaks my heart because I was like in middle school when this wallpaper was printed, and yeah. So I haven't physically made yet what I have in my head, so I can't like show a previous example. But I don't even really know how to describe it, so you're just gonna have to trust the process with me and cross your fingers that everything goes according to plan. So I had previously scored this paper. I was trying something and it didn't work, so I'm just going to cut 2-inch panels out of this piece. I don't know how many pieces I'm going to need yet. But for now, these are probably more than enough, and I'll hang on to this for a different project. We'll work with these. Just put that excess away real quick. Okay. Now I want to reinforce these pieces. So I have some thinner plastic packaging that we're just gonna cut up and use as the reinforced segments. Let me put this stuff away real quick. Sorry if I'm off camera a little bit, it's a really big box. Okay. We'll work with that for now, and if I need to get more, I'll get more. Trying to get this off. Okay. Ouch. Okay. So we're just gonna that did not cut evenly. I hate using that other cutter. It's the first one that's a guillotine cutter that I got, and I have never had success with making any of my things straight with it. I much prefer this Fiskars one. Excuse me if you hear my dog whumping. There's somebody outside banging around. I don't know. Just glue it down and figure it out, right? Since it's wallpaper, I'm a little concerned about how to glue it down, because it is also kind of like curling. So I think I'll just try to use my normal adhesive first. If not, I'll use Mod Podge and flatten it out. Which way should that flower does not go? It doesn't matter, I'll figure it out later. Okay. My scraper and put the panel down. Okay, that seems to be working just fine, just like that. Let's do another one. Really want to make sure it gets a good contact. You don't have to line this perfectly or nothing, because we're going to cut each panel out later. So how is everybody doing today? Good, I hope. Yesterday they released, I don't know if anybody's interested in video games at all, but I'm kind of a interestingly rounded individual. I collect hobbies, as my parents tell me. The Nintendo Direct happened yesterday, and they showed some interesting things and hinted at some interesting speculations for potential things coming. And that was pretty exciting for people who play video games as well. Or at least interested in Nintendo brand video games and whatnot. Last piece. I think one of my biggest problems in my videos right now is that I am very unsure about what to talk about. So this glue, like I said in a previous video, it dries really quickly, so these are pretty much ready to cut out and do more with. So we're just gonna do our best. So I'm just going to talk about whatever I want to talk about right now, I suppose, because there's not much to talk about when it comes to this particular thing I'm doing at the moment. So in that Nintendo Direct, they showed off the new Zelda game, and I'll probably play it, but I'm not exactly looking forward to it. I wasn't the biggest fan of their previous one, Breath of the Wild, at all, even though I sunk way more hours into it than I should have. I felt that the game, although was really pretty, it was very lazy. And the fact that the Switch is pretty behind other consoles of its same era, and they haven't released a higher performing one. They just can't put that much in the game, so it always feels really empty. And that is unfortunate, because I love Zelda games. In other news, it kind of looks like they are going to be potentially porting over a Fatal Frame game that was only released in Japan, and I'm really excited about that since Fatal Frame is one of my favorite series of all time. I'm gonna try to make my husband take me out for dinner tonight. I'm sure he will. He's good like that. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick, excuse me. Alright. Just trimming it up. Sorry, I wish I could speed this part of the process up for you, but it just is what it is. This is just how long it takes to do things. the thing that I'm worried about for this little project and idea is if it's going to be too thick when I put it together, and if it will lay flat a little bit, or if it's going to just be too thick, because even as of right now, it's pretty thick. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to make it and figure out what I'm going to do with it later. If it works out, and then if I ever make it again, I'll probably make it less stacked. All right, last one. Okay, let me clean up a little bit. Still doing pretty good on time. Oh, that doesn't go there. I'm gonna need these again. I'm just gonna put them off to the side. My goodness. Okay. All right, so far, they are like totally uneven. So that's what I get for using that paper trimmer. But I don't think it's gotta be perfect. You know, it's handmade. I'm not a machine. So they're gonna end up in my idea like this, and then you're gonna like pull them apart so it kind of looks like blinds, even though they're not. Like the pattern isn't even. I don't really care about that. I'm just gonna switch that one up because they're pretty much the same. Okay. Like that. And then on the back, I'll put paper where you can write. And so it'll unfold like this in the page, and then it will fold back up like a blind, like that, and sit in the book. And that's my concern, is because it's pretty substantial. But then again, I guess you could close it and it'd be like, you know, every two, you know, you'll see. So first I need to get, do I want to use fancier ribbon? I don't think so. I'm gonna get this stuff. This is seam binding ribbon. It's really accessible and affordable, and I use it for a ton of things. I also use it for customizing ribbon for tags, and I just color it. It holds the color really well, and it doesn't smear or wash off. So we're going to use that, and we're going to start with 2, because I'm going to sandwich the ribbon in between the back and the paper that you'll write on. So for this to work, I'm kind of thinking it needs to be about that big so that it folds, like, you know, folds in on itself, and then this like that, so that when you undo it, it goes like that again. So yeah. So I'm going to make an initial cut here, and then we're going to measure that. So that's exactly 5.5. So we're going to cut, I think, 3 for each section. So there'll be 3 sections. Okay. I'm just going to cut a couple of these at a time. I'll make more, but for right now, we'll do this. And again, I'll just use my favorite glue. Figure out the best way to do this. Okay. Thinking to make sure to get these I think that's just kind of what I'll do. I'll just kind of slide it onto them. Like so. Okay, so maybe you can see a little bit better now. That might be a little far apart, but I'm not gonna worry about it, so that it folds like that. Yeah, see, it's working. So now we just got to do it a bunch more times. Goodness. Did not want to stay that time, did it? I got the hiccups. If I don't pick up the pace a little bit, I'm not going to have time to show you the whole project. So let's see if I can do that. You know, I might even just make it 4 panels, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that way I know it will lie flat. I think I just put that on the wrong side. Why didn't anybody tell me? Ah, crap. Scissors are annoying me. Okay, let's try that again. Smush, smush, smush. Okay. Make sure to flip it around the correct way this time. Okay. Smoosh. Alright, I'll put this and these away to make another one at a later date. Okay. So they're folding out a little farther than I originally had in my head, but that's all right. So, because I'm hoping that it'll look like that. And then I might put like a little tag or yeah, like a little tag there so that you pull it out like that, and then you write on the backs. So we're going to cover the backs. And yeah, that should be good. Yeah. So I'm going to dig out the paper I want here. And I got this paper on Amazon and I love it, and I gotta get more already. Like, I just use it all the time. So I think I'll only need one sheet. So since these are all slightly different size, it's a part of me that wants to just glue it on and then try to cut it out without cutting the ribbon, but I don't think that's possible. So I'm going to just do my best in the measurements for it. So currently these should all really be at 2 inches, and that's just what I'm checking down here is a ruler. See, like this one's a little bit smaller than 2 inches. And that one's a little bit bigger than 2 inches. I'm still just gonna make them 2 inches and then I'll figure it out. So decide. I don't know if you can see. So right here's the 2-inch mark. Excess. Just like with everything else, glue it down, cut off the excess. I want to make sure these are nice and straight. Easier said than done, I guess. All right. You still see? Okay. Really get that on there. And I'll attempt to trim off any excess overhang when I'm done putting them all on. This one's the one that's a wee bit bigger. This one's a little bit smaller. Well, if you do this, you can do a better job than me. Okay. Okay. Gotta make sure the chamber is clear of gunk. Okay, so far we got this, and I gotta clean it up, make it look better. First things first. Just clean up what I can immediately get to. This one isn't so bad. Okay, so this one, just gotta be really careful not to snip the ribbon. I don't know if you can kind of see that. Just be very careful not to snip the ribbon. I feel a sneeze coming on. Excuse me. I might be able to get in here a little better with an X-Acto knife. So I'm going to do that real quick. Okay. Yep. Okay. Making a little mess here. Okay, so this is the one that I think is too big. It is. I'm wondering if I could just trim the actual cardboard down. So again, we're just going to be really careful. Try not to cut the ribbon. Okay, that seemed to work. Gotta move this a little closer to me, sorry. That would not come off. Come on. I'm gonna get a million different pairs of scissors out to try to get this job done. Okay, good enough. Clean up my area. So far, so good. Trim off the little fibers. Okay. When I go to attach it to a book, I'll probably put like a little overlapping piece of ribbon so it's like a hinged thing so you could still write on this side. but so far we got it looking like this. So that'll close in a book. And then I'm gonna put a little thing here so that you pull it out and you can write. And you can keep going like that. So let's find something to put right there. I'm kind of thinking if I really wanted to make it flush, I would have put it underneath like I did the rest. Okay, I'm gonna think and take a drink. And nothing came to me. Even if I had like the little office tabs, that would have worked. It wouldn't have, yeah, that would have worked. I don't think I do. No, I don't. I have a die that could cut one out. I might have to do that post video. I don't know if I want to add more decoration or if I should just leave it how it is. I could age the sides. Let's do that at least, because we're about out of time here. If it gets on the ribbon, it doesn't matter. Doesn't bug me in the slightest. I really appreciate you hanging out with me today. I hope you continue to come and hang out with me. My puppy's grumpy because he hears it clacking against the glass and he thinks it's somebody at the door. Try to finish this up before he starts barking. Okay. If I do decide to elaborate on these a little bit, I'll show what I decide to do in another video. Just like I finished these from yesterday's video, and I had said that I didn't know what I was going to put, like something needed to go here, so I added some distressing with a stamp, and I think that helped. This is the other one we did. I put some like thread looking stamps there, and I did this one off screen like I said I was going to because we had run out of time. And again, these are library card pockets and you can get them on Amazon for really cheap, and they have all sorts of different ones with the cards, ones without the cards, like those ones in different colors even. You know, the choice is yours. So thank you so much for joining me today and helping me come up with this interesting piece of ephemera, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Thanks.